and the exploring, the mystery, the sleuthing you do, right? That's the whole thing, the detective part of the game. Because it's not just about being a murder hobo like me, which I love, but it's also about, like Aaron's talking about, the charm, the persuasion, the perception. There's so many different ways to play this game.
Now the next one, I mean, before I didn't have the whatever the vulture. You remember the first task was vulture something.
Yeah,
Uh, I have the next thing is decipher the vulture cave petroglyphs. That's complete for me. So I mean, I was in
you
the
should
vulture
have the
cave.
vulture. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, we don't.
I,
That
and
doesn't
I
make any
and I remember
sense.
seeing her. She was like she's the one who was like sitting on the crown in the cave,
Yeah,
right?
she's looking hot looking chick. Like she looks really hot, but her face is like her face is
It
very
has all these feathers. But maybe
yeah. Hmm.
maybe you were evil, so you chatted her up. I maybe had just gone in and be like, die, like
I chatted her up. I was like, hey, you're kind of good looking there,
you
but you
me.
look very mean. And she's like, yeah, really? You want to work for me? I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind working for you. This is in my character's voice, folks. Obviously, it's okay.
See, I
So just in case somebody's listening and going, that guy's misogynist.
so you have a good thing in that you are evil, so you could really just play an ultra good character and maybe see a lot of different things. Like I towed the line, so if I go all evil or all good, I'll only probably see a marginal difference. You know what I mean from what I experienced.
I do believe that's true. I do believe your alignment is important. I do believe they should probably add alignment. And again, we're going to talk about that more in future discussions, but alignment is sorely needed here. It's in there.
Here's another thing of speaking of like random things. So when you go to the cemetery and there's like a cave with a big boulder in front of it.
Hmm.
So I went there. No, big boulder. Okay, fine. And I was like, all right, well, I'll come back to it when I've gotten my strength up a little bit, or maybe find some tools or something. So I came back to it, sometime later, and the boulder was moved and the cave was empty.
Oh, that's not fair. What
You know,
happened?
I don't know, like somebody came by and stole the stuff out of it, but I didn't do it. Which I didn't know if that was a glitch, like it thinks I did it, but I never did. So it's very odd.
It sounds like a like twist of some kind, side quest plot twist of some kind.
You hit that boulder so early, like I don't know, like again, like I'm wondering if there's some tool you're supposed to have, or you're supposed to have the shovel, or
I have
something.
everything. I had everything and didn't work. Nothing worked on it.
You can get the boulder to move.
I tried to move it. I came back with a lot of stuff. Nothing worked. And my strength was all near. I mean, I never went all strength because you need resilience if you're even gonna. I mean, you have to have some different points in your different attributes. But yeah, maybe if I go all strength build, maybe it's possible to move it. I don't think
But
so.
you came back and the boulder was still there.
The boulder was still there for me. It's never moved. I don't know
Oh,
how
it's
you got
gone.
it to move. That is
I didn't get it to move.
so
I just came back and it was
weird.
gone.
Well, I don't know how you pulled that off, but that's interesting. But let's keep
Well, it
going.
wasn't good. It wasn't like I moved the boulder, or the boulder was moved, and I went in and like, oh, there's all the goodies. You like open the coffin or whatever was in there, and it was like this coffin is empty. Like,
Oh no, it's weird. Yeah, you and me have maybe there's some randomness built in, but how'd you do on the vulture cave? You got I have incomplete the vulture cave. You too?
yes.
Okay.
No, 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 no. I have the vulture cake.
Oh, you have it.
Complete.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
that's
I don't have
complete.
it complete. All right. Task three, undiscovered, incomplete. How about you?
So it's ancient barrel, incomplete. So again, I saw it. I
Oh,
remember that
nice,
it was written on the barrel. But
nice.
but I don't know. I don't know what you need to do to be able to read it. That's the thing to figure out.
Yeah, it's got to be some little tricks here. Okay, how do you do on creases? I have incomplete on creases. How do you do? How did you do on that one?
Incomplete.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to get to earnings. So how did you do on earnings?
Uh,
Earn 13,000. I guess it's 13,000.
yeah, I would have done that. It doesn't say incomplete, so
Mine's doesn't either.
I it's kind of actually stinks a little bit. But at the end of the game, you have an opportunity to get a lot of money, but then you can't do anything with that money.
Yeah, that was really, I really didn't enjoy that. I have maybe, okay, how much does it say you've earned? Mine says maybe it's the number that we've earned because I have earned and it says 13,000. How much does it say you're
That's what
earned?
well, it says 13000. That's fine.
Okay, so we're the same. All right, so maybe that's the achievement and it will show complete if we get at
It
the end of the
say
game,
doesn't
mine
say
says the
incomplete.
same as you. No, it doesn't say incomplete or complete, and that's
Right.
a little
I think
mistake.
that means complete because I know at the end of the game alone, I picked up a a whole lot of money that was over $10,000.
Oh, yeah, we both, yeah. If you open up that, if you have the lockpick, folks, and spoilers always, this whole video series is full of spoilers. But if you have the lockpick and you get that little treasure chest in the swamp, a swamp of, if it's a really hard game, yeah, you just get a 10,000 gold. I mean, it's like it's a ludicrous amount of gold.
But then you
Yeah,
can't do
and you
anything
can't
with it.
spend it. Yeah, it's useless. Was terrible. That was terrible. I did not enjoy that. I thought that was poor. I mean, give me one last town to spend my money on. Give me one last little town
Well,
to blow the last of my money on, you know?
well, you see, what would be great? Like again, because I think they should just stay in this world, the Eldrum world, and build
Yes.
off of it, right? So you have a chapter 4, and suddenly you have $10,000, and or some people didn't get that and maybe have $3,000, and so you buy I can buy a manor house and somebody else can buy a shack, as their kind of starting base for chapter 4. So that could be a way that you could spend that money.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. All right.
Or I could buy the shack. Well, maybe you shouldn't do it where I buy the shack and then have loads of money to super gear myself up, but something like that.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Throw some big giant bosses. Okay. Family ties, incomplete. What do you got?
Incomplete.
Save both. Now, this is the part you were talking about earlier. Now we're at that part. Save both of your siblings, which is ideal.
Yeah,
Did you get save both your siblings?
I did not.
Me neither. And again, it would be great, Eldrum, if we can have completes or incompletes put here because it's confusing to know if we're just being told that's the task. Is it complete or is it incomplete? It's a little
Right.
confusing.
Yeah, this should say incomplete because I did not save my both of my siblings.
I did not either. Yeah. All right, smuggler. How'd you do on that?
Incomplete.
Me too. Okay, there's more than one way to cross the eastern border, and this is a weird one.
Yeah. Did you
Now,
get this?
did you get that? Did you have that on your
No,
list
I
of
have no idea
achievements?
what this is referencing.
Yeah,
My
there's
task
more than
my
one way to cross the border. Yes, so
my
these are
task 1 is undiscovered.
okay. So task one, yeah. So I have more than one way to cross the border. You don't have it. I do,
What
but
border is this? What is this talking like in the game? Where is this talking? Is this like
I
between chapter 1 and chapter 2?
do believe it's chapter. I do believe it's Act Two, Chapter Two. Excuse me. I do believe it's Chapter Two, and it has something related to the weird borders when we were doing guard duty, and stuff. I'm not sure. Again, I need to play it a few more times to
Do you
understand some of
have
these nuance.
does task 1 say something for you?
Um, I have undiscovered incomplete. What do you got?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay. What do you got? Task two, I have undiscovered incomplete.
Same. See,
Okay.
I thought you were gonna have this stuff because I thought maybe this was like if you're super evil.
I've done some
Here's another thing.
heinous things, but I don't have any complete tasks there. I need to do
This
more heinous stuff. I need to
this
double
is
down on evil.
this is something that you mentioned, but I never saw. I thought I was going to eventually get to it, but when you're at the barn, Weatherfield's barn, and you get the pulley hook that's
Yes.
up in the loft. Um,
Yes.
I never used that anywhere in the game.
Oh yeah, it's about at least two places that I can recall.
Okay, where?
So there's one at the barn, but you have to have it in your inventory, and you don't always discover it. So it's random because on my second playthrough, I did not discover it. And there's also one at the ruined city, the city that was damaged by the war. You can
Okay,
climb up above with the pulley and go into that weird little prison area with the rooms that are marked 1 through 7. You can
okay,
also go sneak into there. using a pulley device, or you can just go kill those dudes in the courtyard and go do it that way too.
That's how I did it. But I wonder if you have to have like a certain amount of strength or a certain amount of agility for that to pop.
Not sure in that one. Again, that's a mystery. So you folks know, go ahead and drop a spoiler in the comments. It's fine. We'll be okay. It's okay if you drop spoilers. We're obviously dropping spoilers too. So if you know how to get through that, leave a pretty
Or like
what condition
or what conditions need to be do you need to satisfy to be able to use that hook somewhere? Because again, I was a very balanced. Well, I had it in my inventory because I picked it up at the Weathersfield's barn in the hayloft or whatever. But I never saw anything that said, use your rope and pulley. You know what I mean? Like I had multiple ropes. I had and I used up all my ropes.
Did you have the bell hook? Did you have the bell hook?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The bell hook.
Okay, so you had the rope, you had the bell hook. You should have naturally been given the option to combine them. There's there's a secret hidden engineering feat built into the game. I think they should really add crafting because I feel like that's a crafting moment, right?
Oh, so you're saying that should be a crafting thing to combine those two things. You're not saying you have to combine those two things.
Yeah, you don't have to, but you should make it a crafting moment and an achievement because literally it's a surprise. They don't really advertise that you can just climb up on stuff. It just says, hey, you look above you, look up. Whenever I hear look up, I recall from the original Eldrum Untold that there are things you can do that don't necessarily happen if your statistics are not or attributes are not at the right point or you don't do the right action. So there's a lot of hidden activities built into the game.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. Like again, was my strength or agility or perception not high enough? Because I did a very my chaotic neutral. I was a very balanced. I had a little bit of charm, a little bit of everything. With a little bit more strength and agility than the other ones. But I definitely was not a min max situation.
Oh yeah, definitely. You should see my second build. It's hot garbage. I'm getting owned by everybody. I don't even know why I veered away from strength. Strength is so powerful. But let's keep going. What do you have for spirit of generosity?
Incomplete.
I have incomplete.
Yeah, I think it's incomplete as well.
Okay, incomplete. Okay, good. Now we're going to go to share the wealth.
This isn't right.
What do you have? What did yours do?
On my second playthrough, I made sure to donate to the people at the river shrine, and it says incomplete. I know I did that.
See, I'm in agreement with you. There is something wonky going on because I took a lot of time to donate this time because I'm chaotic evil, so I stole all the money and I tried to kill everybody there. Right. The second time I went through, I tried to be Mr. Nice Guy, and I didn't steal nothing. I didn't get credit for it.
I would say the same thing. So I noticed that this was incomplete, but I didn't steal the money. See, again, I'm very chaotic neutral. I did not steal the money, nor did I donate any.
Oh, you really stayed out of it. You didn't want to make any religious donations. You're like, hey, no, I'm not even
giving I didn't do anything. But this time, because I wanted to get the achievement, I just said, oh, all right, well, I'll donate. And it was like 1 silver. It wasn't like, I was afraid it was going to be a lot of money. So I was like, oh, I'll just donate to everybody. But I know I did that one, and it says incomplete on me, so I'm very shocked.
Something strange there. And you can give multiple times. And okay, so that gets us to this next one.
I donated to the beggars. I donated to the river shrine. Again, they both say incomplete. Now, I know I did this.
This could be a bug. This could be, again, that's exactly why I wanted to get to this point to talk about this, because I gave to all the beggars. The second time through, there was no option to give to the beggars. So I don't know if you've had that experience, your second playthrough, very unique in how you interact with everybody. It seems like.
No, I don't remember, but I know my second time through, and I'm just at the beginning part, like I'm just at Weathersfield Farm. I'm not that deep in, and I have donated every chance I've had to everybody already.
Really strange. Okay, so you have You have no donations. Me neither. I don't show any donations on this playthrough.
Well,
Task so
I have the third one.
okay, task one, I show no. Do you have I have River Shrine complete. How about you? River Shrine, you have incomplete? Task two?
No, River Shrine. It's River. Oh, hold on a second. No, River Shrine says incomplete. Although I know I've done that.
Okay. Oh yeah, you probably did. Okay.
The Forest Shrine says complete.
What do you have for the Forest Shrine?
Complete.
I have complete. You have
Complete.
good. Okay. Tribe of No Exodus. I have complete on that task four. What do you have?
I have incomplete because I think those are the people who are the cultists of no refugee camp, and they wouldn't let me into
Yes.
their. They wouldn't let me in because I wasn't a faithful follower. So I
Yeah,
couldn't
so they
get.
don't
I
like
could.
you.
I couldn't get into their church, and then I couldn't get into the regular nightly church in the city either. Neither of them would let me in and hang out.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. What about the beggar at the gate of Lothar? I have complete on task five.
Complete. Yeah, I am
Okay.
complete as well.
All right, now we're gonna go to legacy. I have incomplete on legacy. How about you?
Incomplete. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and just okay. So now, folks, we're gonna get to a really long list, and we're just gonna go through it really quick. These are items you can find in the game. I don't know what they all do, but there's so many. Okay, so there is find the Redstone Mall.
Yeah. Mine's
Okay.
complete.
I have undiscovered achievement, incomplete.
Wait,
How about you?
did you discover them all?
It doesn't say complete. It just says find. It just says
Oh yeah, that's.
it
I'm sorry.
just says
My
find the Redstone Mall, but it doesn't tell me if
yeah.
maybe I
My
have found it.
yeah. I thought mine said complete, but it didn't. But I know I found that, so it.
I think I
I,
did too. Okay, so they need to fix the menu. It needs to say complete or we've just found. It should say just found. If the devs are listening, if you can just tell us we found it, because we're a little confused. Did we find it, or is it just telling us we discovered it, or it's a possible we've figured out we can find this item? Um, I'm sure I'm incredibly dense here and I'm not getting it, but if anybody in the comments wants to tell us what components of this mystery we're missing, I don't mind if you want to drop a kind comment about this. All
hey,
right, so
I
yeah.
just kind of. So if you go to legacy, it's going to say incomplete, and then it actually says heading, which
Oh, okay.
the other things don't say that. So that's how you can maybe tell what's nested under what.
Perfect. That works. That works. Okay, good. All right, so I got finding Red Salmon, undiscovered achievement incomplete. Same for you.
Yeah.
Did you get opportunists? What do you have for
That
opportunists?
well, it's incomplete, but this is also a heading. So this says opportunist heading.
Oh, okay. Opportunist headings. Okay. Mine doesn't show that, but okay.
It doesn't.
All right, now
Yeah.
we're getting to
But
your
yeah,
favorite.
mine says on that it says opportunist incomplete heading. That's what it actually said.
Let me see. Oh yeah, mine says yeah. I see it heading. Yeah, it does say heading. You're correct.
So I think that
Yeah. I
so these are the
I don't know.
things underneath
Mhm.
that summary level
All
that's
right,
coming next.
that sounds good. So now we're going to be under opportunist heading.
Opportunist, right?
Let's see what we got underneath. So demand bribes from everyone at the northern border. How'd you do?
That's incomplete. I bribed half of them and I turned the other half away.
Oh God, jeez. You're the you're the most difficult border agent ever.
They did not like that when I went back and told them I watched the border. They were like, "Oh, mind your pockets, did you?"
Oh God, yeah. And I'm like the worst because I'm recalcitrant. I literally killed anybody I could at the border. But
Well,
I'm
it
killing
actually
people,
says
so
two of the five. So this makes sense. I bribed two of them. I turned two people away, and then I let in the soldiers. So that's my five. That's what I did with the five people. I turned away the necromancer guy, or the one guy who's like a wizard or something, or not a wizard, but priest or whatever. I made him go.
right. Yeah, I love I think that event had more legs. We could have done a whole part of the game on that section. That could have been like a 2 hour part of the game. I feel like we should have had so many more days to experience that. Like that could have been a whole act of the game. I would have loved that. That'd have been amazing.
That'd be a great for like DLC side quest. Like you get tangled up in the someone comes up to the gate and come help me save my family, and you go off and do that.
Yeah. Or how about make it a job? Like this game could use some jobs. Like you just have jobs. Like sometimes you work for bounty hunting, sometimes you work for the bad guys. Like I'm evil. I wouldn't mind working for the vulture.
That would be
She's
good too. To make it
yeah.
unlimited is you have bounty contracts that you could take, and then the person's randomly populated somewhere in the game.
Yeah, I want to work for the attractive supervillain and or I want to work for the church. I want to work for the very withdrawn religious leader, and or maybe I want to work for the tribe of no. I mean, I think there's opportunities for jobs in future updates where you can just work for people. Like
Uh,
let's.
did you assassinate someone in the streets of the city?
Oh, I think so. I'm sure I did. I killed the tribe. I was friends with the tribe of Noah. I killed their priest.
Yeah,
I
that's
killed
what
the
I'm
main
talking about.
dude.
Yeah, I killed him
Oh,
and
I killed
meet
that
him in the
dude.
street, and I just cut him down.
I took all his stuff. I took all of his. Give me everything. I, man, I straight up took everything he had. I just broke him. But let's see. Okay, I have 0.5. I have 0.5 bribes. You have how
Two
many
of five.
bribes?
2 of 5.
Okay. Okay, now what do you have for inheritor? I have complete.
Complete. Yeah, this is getting
Okay.
the cabin in the woods.
Yeah, that's one of the easiest ones to get. Almost, I mean, you have to do it to even continue to store. I feel like they should have maybe added a little bit more branching on this one. Maybe you negotiate the dudes out of your cabin, or they should have made a few more branching here because this one's
Okay,
kind
I'm
of
gonna have
forced through.
high charm when I get there, so we'll see if they give me some alternative options.
That would be great. I mean, if you're listening, Eldrum developers, you have a great game here. There's opportunities here to add many more divergent paths here.
I wonder how hard it
Okay,
is. So, like, we talk about these things like, oh, just make it so that you can talk to them and make them leave. But I wonder how hard it is to integrate that into the game that's already kind of built and all connected.
yeah. How much does that affect the overall story? How much does that like sidetrack it? But it's great not to be on rails, right? Let's see, Let's see, fellow traveler. Yeah, fellow traveler. I have incomplete. What do you have on that one?
Incomplete.
Okay. Re- okay, now we
This
get to
is
really
this is a
complicated.
this is a heading. So this
Oh,
is
this is heading. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, fellow travel complete. Yeah, Aaron's trying to make sure I tell you folks, these are underneath categories. So this is headings. So under the headings of
fellow traveler.
fellow traveler, we have these categories. Okay, here we go. Recruit Lynn something to the caravan.
Yep, I did that.
Okay. Task one. Now we have task one. Task
Complete.
one, Lynn. Okay, you have complete?
So I think that was doing Lynn to the caravan is task one. I think that might be kind
Okay. So that's task one. And
of
let's
think
see.
so.
I have incomplete in that. What do you have? What do you have? You have complete? Task Lynn.
Task, task one is complete for me. That I had Lynn on the caravan.
Nice. I have incomplete on task two. What do you have on
Yeah,
task
I
two?
do. So that's that lone guy who's standing where the fort used to be, and he's just standing out there, like baffled. But
Oh wow, I don't have that.
um,
That's nice.
so I tried to tell him. I imagine what you have to do. This is actually one of the big reasons I decided I want to do a charm perception. You have an option. He's standing out there, and it says, "Oh, okay. Do you want to fight him?" And I went to go fight him, and he has like something ridiculous on his strength. Like I don't know how you beat this guy within chapter 2. And then it says, tell him to go back to the, like to suck it up and go back and report to the captain. And so I told him to do that, and then he got mad at me and he killed me. So that's where I figured it can't be both options is a fight that I can't win. You know what I mean? I got to imagine that. Tell him to go to the captain. Like I have to be, you know, aligned good and high charm or something that get that to actually work and not have him throttle me. So
That makes sense. I think so. Again, yeah, that's got to be that part of it. All right, so then it's task three, Amanda Velspar. I have a complete on that one.
mine's undiscovered. Who's Amanda Belspar?
I don't remember, but okay. So let's see.
What'd you do with the lady? So when you go to the killing fields, and then there's like a guy who is running a distillery in a house.
Oh yeah, I got
and
that
then,
one. Yeah, that one's interesting. You
and
can
then
get that super potion. I don't know what it does though.
right, but then in the basement is a woman who's like crazy.
Yeah, you have to kill her. I had to kill her. She got on my
Okay,
nerves.
yeah. So
But yeah,
I was trying to see if that was the Belspar because I ended up killing that person. I kept going back.
yeah, you have.
I wasted so many torches trying to figure out.
It's like you said, get out of my house. Like,
But again,
okay.
that's where I'm going. I'm going high charm. Maybe if I'm high charm, I can talk this lady out of her crazy.
Don't know if you can, but yeah, that's a good try. Okay, now we're going to the treasure hunter heading. So this heading is treasure hunter. I have incomplete on treasure hunting.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Incomplete.
All right, let's go underneath the category of treasure hunting. Finders keepers, right? I have that. Do you have that?
I have that as well. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to the task here. Okay, wait. Whoops.
The next one is volcanic sphere.
Okay, volcanic spear. Yeah, my finger popped up. I had it perfectly swiping to the right, then my finger popped up. Okay, I have a volcanic spear. We're both complete.
Yeah.
Lodestone amulet. What do you have in that one?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Me too. Wolf Helix. I want to say Halic.
Yeah, I'm incomplete.
I have incomplete. Me too. Chain of Basilisk, which is just some cool names, by the way.
I'm incomplete.
I have incomplete. You too? Okay, cool.
See, now, what's really interesting here is I would have guessed a little bit more. I mean, again, you playing evil, me playing chaotic neutral. I would have expected a little bit more divergence on some of these things. Like, we must have played through enough that we kind of ended up in the same spaces. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, but yeah, like you said, I do believe the divergence will be added as they add updates because you do tend to be on rails and do the same task, but it should be really starkly different because I'm killing everybody and I should be tossed into a totally different world based on my behavior, right? I mean, who's going to trust a killer, as opposed to somebody who's charming and enduring, and you're probably going to get into a lot more inner circles, whereas I should be fitting in well with the criminals and cutthroats in the underworld.